We're going to have one keynote talk, which starts at 11. And then we're also going to have 14 contributor talks. Okay, so these are the regular talks. Each will be 20 minutes. So we're going to have one poster session. The poster session starts officially at 4, if you look at the program, but it's going to take place well, where we have coffee, basically. So we're going to try to start actually as soon as the coffee break starts. So there'll be probably some time to set up the posters and so on. All right. So at 3:30 we go get the coffee. The people presenting the posters, they're going to set up, and we start as soon as possible, because otherwise 30 minutes can be, well, a little short. So the lunch will be here. So well, wherever is the coffee area. But unfortunately, we're going to have 10 minutes less compared to many of the other workshops. This is a little unfortunate, so sorry about that. I just want to say that it's not my fault. Okay, there was a miscommunication. As you see, it's like a very big event. There's like many emails going around back and forth. So there was a miscommunication. I am not responsible for the miscommunication, but well, these things happen. So actually the original plan here was to finish at 6, okay? But then this was not actually possible, we were told, and that was the miscommunication, because the workshop can only finish at 6 on the weekend. And that was the miscommunication, basically. So now we had to figure out a way to, well, fit something that would, we were supposed to finish at 6, so now we have 2 extra talks. How do you fit them? And this is what we came up. Okay, 10 minutes less for a lunch break, and it's not that bad, I guess. All right, so we haven't planned any official workshop dinners, but of course you can just organize between yourselves if you want to have lunch with someone. Again, so our keynote, or our invited speaker, is Christophe Charton. So he's going to speak at 11. He's still not here, but he's, I think, on a train at this point, so he'll make it. Okay, the French trains are not that bad. Yeah, I think they're pretty good, actually. All right, now time for some statistics. Well, the statistics are usually done at the end of the event, but because of what I just said, you know, there's no time for a closing address, so the opening address is also the closing one. All right. So we had 35 submissions this year, and actually this is actually not bad. I mean, for a workshop which is also very specialized, 35 submissions, I think it's pretty good. 14 of those were accepted for a talk, and well, we can see that those were on pretty diverse topics, covering everything from cost analysis, operational semantics, denotational categories, type systems, circuits, optimization of circuits, and so on. So it's really a nice range of talks here. 17 were accepted for a poster presentation. Well, out of those, 7 decided not to present their poster, but we are going to have 10 posters here. And well, as with any other conference, you know, what gets accepted for a talk, what doesn't get accepted, or gets, let's say, demoted to a poster, it's a little subjective sometimes, so there were some difficult decisions. I hope people are, well, not too mad, but it happens. And we had 4 rejections, so they were not considered for anything. And because, well, I just said that the opening address is also the closing address, so at the closing address you thank people. So this big event, so we thank the student volunteers that we have here in the room, the POPO and the SIGPLAN event organizers who are managing the whole thing that you see in the main room, and really they're doing really a lot of the logistics stuff. The steering committee, I was actually not aware who was on the steering committee until they invited me to be the PC chair. So apparently this is the steering committee, okay? I didn't know that. So it's Matthew Amy, Rose Duncan, Robert Rand, and Mathis Renel. I thank especially Robert Rand, because I was communicating with him a lot to set this up. The PC, of course, for reading a lot of papers or extended abstracts, and especially Jennifer Paking, who was acting as a substitute chair. And also thanks to all the authors and also the attendees for coming here. Okay, well, that's it, but just for the closing address that's supposed to be at the end, for which we don't have time. All right, now we move 9:10. We're exactly on time for the first talk. So can the first speaker come? Perfect. Okay.